So I think many of us who do yoga have at some point found that one shoulder is sore. Often there can be reasons for that, so you may have injured it, you may have got your alignment slightly wrong in practice, you may have become slightly awkward out of something. It also can be life. I sometimes pick up a child awkwardly and I'm like, oh, they're heavy lumps now, my children. So that's meant in the loveliest way, obviously. Anyway, so if you have a sore shoulder, then sometimes it can be nice to do a practice that doesn't involve any chaturangas, which is what we're doing today. So it'll still be a reasonably challenging, kind of physically, you'll know you've done it kind of practice, but also one that doesn't involve any vinyasas in the traditional sense. It will still be moving your shoulders, so if you have a broken shoulder or something, you'll have to skip some bits. But yes, shoulder kindness is what today's practice is about. So coming to a comfortable seated position, you may have to move some of your squishy bits of bottom, if you've got a squishy bottom, like me, so that your sit bones are engaging with the mat. Okay? I'm going to start off by breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. So inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. Bringing your awareness to all of your body and how it feels in this moment. Noticing any points of soreness and bringing your awareness to those. You may feel stiff as well, depending on what else you've done before you've done this in your day. If you have the Ujjayi breath in your practice, then now is a great time to start with your Ujjayi breath. Depends on you. Okay, and I'm going to start some movement. So bringing your hands in front of you, inhale up to shoulder height. Exhale, pressing those hands away from you, looking down towards your feet. Inhale, lifting the hands up towards the ceiling, still keeping the ribs drawn in towards the spine. Exhale, bringing the hands back and down behind you. Inhale, looking up to the ceiling. Exhale, bringing your hands down. Inhale, hands up to shoulder height, interlocked. Exhale, push them away, looking towards your feet. Inhale, drawing hands up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands back and down. Inhale, interlocking the hands behind your back, looking up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands round to the front. Inhale, up to shoulder height. Exhale, pressing those hands away. Inhale, up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands back and down. Inhale, looking up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands round to the front. Now we're going to do cat and cow with a roll. So inhale as you come round with a flat back. Exhale, rounding your spine, looking at your tummy. Inhale, coming forwards. Exhale, rounding the back of the neck. Inhale, forwards. Exhaling back. If your body starts creaking and groaning, you think, oh my goodness, don't panic. Everybody's body feels a bit like that. Mine right now is complaining. If you're 17, your body's probably completely fine, but who am I to say how your body feels like? But what I mean is, be kind to yourself if your body's still getting the hang of moving today. It's okay. Lots of people's bodies feel like that. Did I say to go the other way? Go the other way. So just some gentle movements, getting the body going. Right, now bring your hands in front of you, tucking your toes and coming up to standing. We're going to start with some Kundalini squats, not as scary as they sound. Inhale, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale, coming down to the floor, bending your knees so your hands touch the floor. Your heels may reach the floor, maybe not, doesn't matter. Then you start with inhale and bring your hips up. Then the shoulders, then the arms. And then on the way down again, exhale, hands down, bottom goes down, hands go down. Inhale, hips up, shoulders up, arms up. Exhale, down with the bottom, down with the hands. Inhale, hips, inhale, shoulders, inhale, arms. Exhale, going down. You can do this at your own speed if you like, you don't have to follow mine. It's a great warm-up, moving the whole of the body. And it's definitely one of those that feels harder after you've done it a few times. The first couple of times you think, oh, it's pretty easy, I can do this. And then after 5 or 6, after 10, then you start thinking, oh, goodness, it's quite hard work. So don't panic if you're thinking, goodness, this is quite hard work. Or some other variation of that. I'll try not to swear so that YouTube doesn't get cross with me, but inhale, reaching up, exhale, inhale up, exhaling down, inhale, and exhale. Last one, inhaling up, and exhale. This time we're going to bring your hands down. Take the first 2 fingers of each hand and interlock them around the toes. Your big toes. If you really hate holding your big toes, I have had a couple of people in class who really don't like it. You can hold the sides of the foot, but honestly it's going to be a bit awkward, so I would try and give it a go on the toes if you can possibly manage it. Inhale, looking out to the horizon, your tummy straight, you can see. And then exhale, folding forward. Now again, if you need to bend your knees so that you can reach your feet, that's absolutely fine. Trying to keep the spine long and feeling a stretch in the back of your legs here. Breathe. In and out of your nose, ideally. Inhale, coming halfway up. Now this is where the holding onto your toes bit is quite important. Okay, so you need to look out towards the horizon, hold onto the toes, and then lift up with your right foot. Engage Uddiyana Bandha, your tummy muscles towards you. Exhale down. Inhale out to the other side. Exhale down. Continuing on both sides. Doesn't matter how high up your foot gets. Different people, some people may be a couple of inches off the floor, other people may be able to get a full hip width. And if you fall, I nearly fell, these things happen. Okay, just work with where you're at, but really drawing your Uddiyana Bandha in and finding your focus, your drishti, so looking at a fixed point to help yourself steady and focus. Inhale and exhale, right. And then rolling the spine up. Those side lifts are quite hard, aren't they? Right. Okay, so now feet hip distance apart. Shoulders back and down. Inhale, arms up onto tiptoes. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, drawing the arms up, keeping the ribs in. Exhale, down. So we're not arching the back as you come up. We're keeping the back steady and strong, keeping the line of your body. And exhale down. Again, don't worry particularly how high up you get. Yoga is not a competition, repeat after me. And some people will have a better sense of balance than others. Doesn't matter. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So now we're going to come to chair pose. So you inhale and sit down, like you're hovering over a public toilet seat that you're not too sure about. Okay? Exhale, stand. Inhale, come to your seat. Exhale, stand. Inhale, sit down. Exhale, stand. So you may be a little more like this, or you can come all the way down, still seeing your toes, if that's where your body is ready to be, strength-wise. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Then inhale, hands behind your back. Exhale, bending forwards. So keeping the knees slightly softened, so the legs are active and strong. So this is jammed back knees, and this is slightly softened knees. I'm using the muscles to pull the kneecaps up towards the thighs. Again, your shoulders may not be here, your shoulders may be here. That's okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, if you can feel a stretch in the shoulders, that's great. Inhaling, coming up. Releasing the hands down by your side. Okay, so now I'm going to start from the beginning, so up to the tiptoes. Inhale up to tiptoes. exhale, down. Inhale to chair, exhale, down. Inhale, hands behind your back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, coming to stand and releasing the arms by your sides. Inhale, up to tiptoes. Exhale, hands by your sides. Inhale to chair. Exhale, back to standing. Inhale, hands behind your back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, back up to standing. Inhale, up to tiptoes. Exhale, hands down. Inhale to chair. Exhale, back. Inhale, hands behind your back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, back up to standing. Okay. Now we're going to come to chair again. We're going to hold this for a moment. So drawing the ribs in towards the spine. We're not doing kind of Beyonce bum. You're just drawing it in, having a nice straight line in the spine. You can still just about see your toes. And again, your chair can be further up or further down, depending on how strong your legs are at the moment, how tired you are, and so on. Okay. Then we're going to bring the hands to your heart and take your left elbow onto your outside of your right knee. Oof. So you may end up being here. If you can't get all the way around, you want to just be there, that's fine. Okay, so you're either here, inhale, looking up over your right shoulder, or you may be here if your elbow won't quite reach across all of that way to a twisted chair. Okay, so see which version is right for you. Inhale, back to the middle. Exhale, over to the other side, and try and do whatever version you did on the other side on this side. We try and aim to make our bodies symmetrical, even though obviously they're not totally symmetrical because we're not robots. Inhale, up to the middle. Exhale, hands behind your back. Inhale, arms behind your back. Exhale, folding forward, bringing your nose towards your knees. Inhaling up. Inhaling up, exhale, folding forward. If you find it more comfortable, you can have your feet slightly further apart. It's up to you. Inhale, and again, you can have your knees only slightly bent here, or you can have your knees all the way down here and be doing whichever version you like. So it's about the top half of your body to moving, and you need to find a position with your legs that's permissible without you wanting to weep with sore legness. Inhaling, coming up to chair, and exhale to stand. Well done. Right. That one's quite tough on the legs. Righty-ho. Okay. So now we're going to come to your knees. Okay, raised hero pose. I suppose you've got to think hero, superhero or something. Anyway, right. Raised hero. We're here. Pressing the shins firmly into the mat, the toes are flat. We're here. Inhale, stepping forward with the right foot and gently leaning back so you can feel a stretch in the front of the left thigh. Breathe. If you're a cyclist or a runner, you may find this bit a bit ouchy. Okay, and then inhale with dragon arms. A bit this way so you can see. Dragon arms. Feels a stretch across the front of the shoulders. Okay. And then exhale, bringing your hands either side of your front foot. Bring your weight onto your front foot. And then lift your back leg up. So your nose is headed towards your right shin. Now this is standing splits. As you can see, I am not doing the splits. And I do not expect that many of you will be able to either, but that's because we're mere mortals and it's okay. So we're just about lifting the back leg. You may only be here, that's okay too. It's about trying to engage the muscles of the back of your leg to lift it up and send yourself forward over your front leg. Inhale, coming halfway up. Now here, we're going to bring your weight onto your right hand and your right foot. Okay, and inhale. Pick up. You may need a block or a large book. She has been to fetch one. There we are. And you try to balance on your right leg and your right hand. Whoops! There you are, see? That'll catch me out. I was looking out the window at the scene, at the rain. Inhaling up. And exhale. Putting your foot back to one side, right foot down, and leaning back into dragon wings again. Exhale. Hands forward. Stepping back with the left foot, stepping forward. With the left foot this time. Got my lefts and rights wrong, so don't worry if you get yours wrong, I've just done mine. Inhale, leaning back first of all, not with dragon wings, just with normal arms, feeling the stretch in the front of your right thigh. Breathe. In and out of your nose, try and have a nice long breath. And now bringing your hands to dragon wings. Do the dragon wings again. Here we are, dragon wings. And then exhale, bringing your hands either side of your front foot. Bring your weight onto your front foot and pick up your back foot. Now, if you just pick it up a couple of inches off the floor, that's absolutely fine. If you'll manage to lift it up a bit higher, that's marvellous too. I'm afraid there's no gold stars awarded, regardless of which version you do. But bringing your nose gently towards your front shin. Breathe. Lift your back leg, the hips straight. And now turning your body to the side. Bringing your weight onto your left hand and your left foot. Again, have heavy coffee table book. That will do just as well as a yoga block. Or you can use a chair to balance your hand on as well. Bring your gaze up towards, either in front of you. If you look directly out in front of you, it's slightly easier to balance. If you look up to the ceiling, that's another option too. Straightening your right leg. Raising the right arm up to the ceiling. And then exhale, hands down. Oof, and back into dragons. Exhale down. We're coming back to all fours. And this time, bringing forward your right foot between your hands. You're going to need to come up to what I would call runner's fingertips, if you're imagining Usain Bolt at the 100 metres. Okay, and then lifting up the back knee. We're going to do cat and cow lunges. So if you've done yoga before, you know the premise of cat and cow. If you haven't done yoga before, then it doesn't matter. But inhale, looking up gently towards the ceiling, feeling a stretch in the front of your body. If you are not able to do this, this is too much for you in terms of hips, you can lean on a heavy book. Okay, or you can have the knee down, that's fine too. Okay? And then exhale, rounding the spine, looking back towards your tummy. Inhale, coming forward on your fingertips, looking up to the ceiling. Exhale, rounding the spine, looking towards your tummy, straightening both legs. Inhale, bending the front knee, looking up to the ceiling. Exhale, rounding the spine, looking at your tummy. Inhale, bending the front knee, looking up to the ceiling. Exhale, looking towards your spine. Now placing both hands flat on the mat, either side of your feet. Now we're going to do what I call a hop swap, which is swapping feet, but you're going to try and hop. Okay? So the way to do it is to really engage the lift in your tummy. You see? Okay, so we're going to do a few more, so you've got a chance to catch up if you didn't manage to do that one in time. Okay, so engaging the arms, strong arms, but it's mostly really in the tummy rather than anywhere else. Okay, so long body, tummy towards spine. Okay, two more times, one to the right, and then ending up on your left leg forwards. Everybody got the left leg forwards? Yes, marvellous, right. Okay, back onto my Usain Bolt fingertips. the poor man's going to be like, it's nothing like that. Any one of you who's a runner will probably be going, or was a runner at school, will be like, anyway. Inhale forward, looking up to the ceiling. Exhale, rounding your spine, straightening both legs, looking at your tummy. Inhale forward. Exhale, looking at your tummy. Inhaling forward. Exhale, looking at your tummy. Inhale forward. Exhale, looking at your tummy. Inhale forward. Exhale, looking at your tummy. Inhale forward, hands flat on the floor. We're going to see if we can do our hop swaps. Okay, so hands there, strong arms, drawing your tummy towards you. Hop. Ideally aiming for silent. So if we're doing it, then that's not what we're looking for. Okay, you're trying to really lift. I know it's hard, by the way, so don't worry if you can't. But lifting up through the tummy, aiming for as light a lift and drop as you can manage. 2 more. 1, 2. Okay. Inhale, coming up. Right. So now we're going to do advancing, retreating warriors. Quite partial to these. Now these again, one that looks quite easy the first time you do it, and then when you do it you're like, a bit harder. So, right foot forward, left foot back. Left arm forward. So opposite arm, opposite leg. If you're one of those people who's like, where does my left? So opposite arm, opposite leg. Okay? And you can, if you are less balanced, you can place the back foot on the floor and it'll be easier. Okay? So to find where you need to be. Squeeze both legs towards each other for the stability. Okay? So inhale up. Exhale. Drawing your hand along the floor. Scoop, 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 and up to the other side. So nice and low, the opposite hand and opposite knee are forward. Exhale, sliding the hand across the floor. Inhale to the other side, squeezing the legs towards each other for stability. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, across the middle. Inhale, to the front. Exhale, across. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. I'm going to stop here. Both arms raised above your head. You're on the ball of your foot at the back, unless you're too wobbly to manage it, in which case, don't. Okay? Here we are, looking up towards the ceiling. You're going to exhale, knee comes down towards the floor, inhaling up. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Planting the left foot down on the mat, placing the right elbow on the right knee, reaching up and over with your left hand. So you're aiming for a straight line between your left hand and your left foot. Okay, pushing down into the mat with your left foot, looking up with your eyes towards fingertips, your nose kind of in your armpit. That is right if you're thinking, why is my nose in my armpit? That is normal, okay? You'll breathe and stretch. If you're feeling super flexible, you can bring your hand to the floor by the foot. But again, you won't have a happy life if you manage to do it. So choose whichever version is right for you today. And then exhale. You are now going to bring your hand behind your foot. Okay? And then you're going to stretch out your right leg in front of you. So it's kind of like a side plank here. So I'm going to exhale, lower the hips, inhale up. The right leg is in front of you, left leg and right hand are on the mat. Okay? Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Both hands down, stepping back with your foot into a downward dog, and then left foot forward. Okay, we are going to have another go at our advancing retreating warriors. So, left foot forward, right arm is forward, left arm is back, opposite hand, opposite knee at the front. It doesn't really matter too much which one you've got forward at the moment. Exhale, hand down to the floor, inhaling up. So if you go nice and low and you stay low, it is harder. So choose whichever version is the right level for you. But definitely trying to squeeze the legs together for stability. Okay, going across to this side, and then we're going to come back to the front. Now, I know I said it didn't matter which leg you had at the front. It does now, because we're about to do the opposite side of what we just did. So, you need the other leg at the front. So the left leg at the front. Okay? You're on there? Marvellous. Okay. Exhale, lowering the right knee towards the floor. Inhaling up. It can be a smaller dip if you are thinking your legs have had enough. So choose the amount of dip that your legs want to deal with. So down, exhale, inhale up, exhale down, inhaling up, exhale down, inhaling up, exhale down, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Then bringing your left elbow onto the left knee. I'm going to turn around because otherwise I can't see you. Or you can't see me. Reaching up. I feel like I can see you. I just kind of imagine there's people standing there, but anyway. Right. Right foot into the mat. Shoulders stacked on top of each other. Breathing a long space, so looking up towards that hand, nose in armpit. It's just the eyes looking up. You're not massively crinking the head back. Okay. And then if you want to, you can stretch the left hand down to the floor and stay there. Breathe. Okay, now planting the left hand behind the left foot, you're going to reach the left foot in front of you. So now left hand and right foot are on the mat, left foot is extending towards me. Lowering down the hips, inhale up, exhale lower, inhale up, exhale lower, inhale up, exhale lower, inhale up, exhale lower, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And then walking your hands back towards your feet. You can have a little pause. And then rolling the arms up. Right. Okay, next challenge. You know it really. Okay. So bringing the feet, so you've got one foot facing forward and the other one facing across the room. Okay. Right. Inhale. We're in our lovely warrior 2 position. So the feet are in an L shape. Okay. So the heel of your front foot is aligned with the arch of the other one. The arms are out shoulder height. You're looking forward towards the middle finger of this hand. Front knee is bent over the ankle. Okay. Turning the front palm. Inhale, reverse the warrior, looking up to your top hand. Exhale, bring it down onto the knee. Inhale, reaching up and over. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, come back to warrior 2. Exhale, sink into warrior 2. Turning the palm over. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Exhale, onto the knee. Inhaling up and over, so side angle. Exhale, stay here. Inhaling back to warrior 2. Inhale, sinking a little bit lower. Inhale, turning the palm, reaching up and over. Exhale, back onto the knee. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, coming into warrior 2. Exhale, sinking a little bit lower. Inhale, turning the palm, looking up and over. Exhale, hands down on the knee. Inhaling, reaching up and over. Exhale, stay here. Inhaling up to warrior two. Exhale. Turning over to the opposite side. Feet facing the opposite way. I'll let you shuffle because you might be facing away from me at this point if you... Right, here we go, catch up. Right, marvellous. So, warrior two, so the knee is over the ankle. Arms are at shoulder height. Inhale, leaning over your back leg. You're not leaning on the back leg, you're using your torso to support yourself. Exhale, left elbow onto the knee. Inhale, reaching up and over. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, coming up to warrior two. Exhale, sinking a little bit lower. Inhale, behind you. Exhale, elbow onto knee. Inhale, reaching up and over. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Exhale, onto the knee. Inhale, reaching up and over. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, behind you. Exhale, onto the knee. Reaching up and over towards side angle pose. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, relax. Okay. Then turning the feet round again. So that both feet are facing now the same way. Both feet, in my case, facing toward the window, but you may have a different room, undoubtedly. So both feet facing the same direction, okay? Like they're on tram tracks, okay? Inhale, reaching the arms up, and exhale, leaning forward. Now, you're trying to get both hips level, so quite often your right hip will have snuck forward cheekily. So if you bring your hands onto your hips, you can feel whether one of them is further forward than the other. So in general, most cases, it will be the right hip is snuck forward, so giving your right hip a little reminder to head back to be level with your left. So inhaling, extending out through the spine, and exhale, bending forward over the leg. This leg is active and strong, so we're not jamming it backwards like this. We just have a slight bit of using your quad muscles to lift the kneecap up, so the leg is active and strong. You try and keep your neck and spine in line. Well, they are kind of, neck and spine sort of the same thing, but you're not trying to be doing this because it's not very kind on your neck. So head down, looking towards your toes. Pressing firmly through both feet. Breathe. Breathe. Okay. Now taking your left hand, so the opposite hand to the leg that you've got in front, and placing on the outside of the shin or the foot. It may go on the floor if you're quite flexible and got very short legs like me. I'm going to do the shin version because that's where a lot of people that I see teaching are at, so we'll go there. If you're more flexible, by all means. Okay, so left hand onto right shin. Inhale, still got your right hand on the hip, pressing firmly through both feet, pushing your bottom behind you. Okay, inhale, reaching up with your right arm. Okay, extending out through the top of your head and pushing your bottom away from you. Okay, you can lean on the leg if you need to. Breathe. Okay, or you may be further down if that's where you're at. Okay, seeing where your body needs to be. And then inhale, taking the arms forward, sinking down, and now twisting to the side. So the front knee is now bent, the knee is over the ankle, and you're twisting round to the right. The back knee is probably straight, but not necessarily. Inhale to the front, exhale, two legs together. You can have a wiggle. That was a killer on the bottom muscles. For me anyway, you may have buns of steel, lucky you. No, it's been a nightmare. How do you find trousers that fit? Anyway, right. Both feet facing forward again. Okay. So we're here, hands on your waist. You're going to reach up, inhale, and then exhale. Bring your hands to your waist. And again, this time will probably be your left hip that's snuck forward. So giving your left hip a reminder to come back in line with your right hip. Dropping your head down slightly. The tendency is to have it slightly up here, which doesn't feel that comfy on the neck. So bringing the head down, engaging the leg muscles so that you're not jamming back into this knee. So just taking it slightly off that point and engaging those muscles. Breathe, breathe. Great stretch for hamstrings this. You can do it as well in cycling shoes if you're on grass. On cobbles and stuff it's a bit dicey, but it's a good one to do after a bike race. Inhale, halfway up. Now bring your right hand onto the left shin. Inhale, lifting up with the shoulder. Now this may be enough for you. Maybe you're like, do you know what, I feel quite wobbly already. That's all I want to do. And then if you want to, you can raise the left arm up. So you're pushing back with your bottom, reaching out through the top of your head, twisting round through the torso. There's a lot going on, so if you're like, don't panic. Okay, so looking up towards the ceiling, breathe, pushing down firmly through both feet. And then exhale, hands down. We're coming back with the back foot. Inhaling, arms up, and then exhale, left hand goes back. So this one again, your knee over the ankle. This is like a lunge, but with a looking back, a twisted lunge. Breathe. Breathe. Inhaling up to the front. Exhale. Okay. Now if you're feeling keen, we can do some more advancing retreating warriors, but I think we'll do some in a minute. Right, so dancer pose now. Do you have a strap somewhere? No, not bother with a strap. The straps can be more faff than they're worth sometimes. If you are slightly wobbly, and I am wobbly today, for whatever reason, who knows. Find something to hold on to, doesn't really matter what. And then take your right ankle in your right hand. So the point of this pose is partly balance and partly about opening the front of the body. So you can see here that my shoulders are back, my chest is open, and then you're starting to kick your foot into your hand. Now this may be where you stop, where your body goes, that's enough for me, thanks Olivia, and that's fine, okay? You may want to go a little further. You want to send your left hand in front of you as a counterbalance. That can be great too. Trying to not have the knee going up to the side. It's trying to go forwards and back rather than out to the side. Finding your drishti, your focal point, which helps you to balance. And then inhale, back up. Okay, so then the other side. You don't have to hold on to anything. I quite often encourage people to hold on to something when they first do a pose, so they're like, oh yeah, I know where I am, and then you can let go. Particularly if you're having a wobbly day, so for some reason I'm feeling a bit wobbly today. So I'm going to use my wall and have my left foot in my left hand. So strengthening here, stretching out the quad muscle and your hip flexor, okay? But also the chest and the shoulders. Many of us have a kind of tired posture which goes a bit like this. And much more space for your lungs and breathing if you can adopt good posture. That's kind of on your neck as well. Okay, so we're here, and you're kicking into your hand. And again, the knee's not going to the side, it's going forwards and back. Okay, so back. And then you're reaching with your hand. Reach, reach, reach. Doesn't matter how far you get, again, different people's bodies, different things. And then gradually coming back up. Brilliant, okay. We'll do our last advancing, retreating warrior on these, for these standing bits. This kind of, I like these instead of doing your chaturangas and vinyasas, but I think they're great, okay. If you hate them, by all means, go to down dog and chill out. Inhale. Reaching the left arm forward and the right knee. Exhale, scooping the hands low on the mat. Inhale, up to the other side, squeezing the legs together. Exhale. Inhale up to the other side. It's not a race, and as with many of these things, kind of almost the slower and more precisely you do it, the harder it is. So definitely not worth trying to rush. Inhaling up to the sides. Exhale down to the front. Inhale. Exhale. 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 Inhale to the side, and then bring your knees to the floor, possibly with a sigh of relief. Okay, so now we're going to come to camel pose. Camel pose, I think, looks best if you're pregnant. Big bump here. It kind of looks like a camel, but it doesn't look like a camel if you're not pregnant. So you stick a cushion up your jumper if it makes you feel happier. Right, so we will start with the most accessible version of the pose, and then you have to decide which one is the right version for you. I would say be really mindful of lower backs. Sort of trying to force your lower back to do something it's not ready to do will just leave you having a sore back later. So not really worth it. Okay, so tucking the toes to a nice stable base. The hips are staying forward. This is not about leaning back. Okay, so the hips are staying here. And then inhale up, drop the shoulders back, and put your hands in your imaginary jeans pockets. Or if you are doing yoga in jeans, then stretchy jeans, then fair play to you, you've already got perfect pockets for you, okay? So we're going to inhale up, drawing the tummy muscles, making them nice and active, squeezing the elbows back towards each other, and gently, gently leaning back, but it's not just like collapsing into it, that's not very helpful. Okay, so we're trying to really mindfully lift up through your sternum to where your necklace would sit, and then exhale, leaning back. But again, keeping the hips forward. For most people, this is probably enough. Some bendier folk may want to reach the right hand back towards the heel, and the other one. But again, it is about having the hips forward. If you have to lean your hips all the way back here to get it, then that's not the point of the endeavour, okay? So find the place at which you're feeling a great stretch across the front of your shoulders without dumping into your lower back. Inhaling, reaching up with the shoulders, and exhale, placing the hands down. Now, keeping the thighs in the same vertical position that you had them in camel, you're going to drop your chest towards the floor. This is très inelegant, but never mind. You're going to bring your forehead towards the floor. It may not reach the floor, doesn't matter, it doesn't. Some people end up kind of here. They have less flexibility in their shoulders and backs, and that's okay. And if you think about what a puppy does when it's really excited, they kind of bounce at you. I'm not suggesting you bounce, but this is the kind of position they do. So it's called puppy pose. So it's a really nice opener for the front of the shoulders. But again, so making sure that your hips are as vertical as it seems likely to you to be. It's obviously sometimes hard to see your legs yourself, to know what you're doing, and then feeling the stretch on the front of the shoulders. Then walking your hands back towards your feet. We're going to come to our Kundalini squats again. Right, lifting up with the hips, shoulders up, arms up, inhale. Exhale, bringing your bottom towards the floor, hands on the floor, inhale, hips up, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale, hips down, hands down. Inhale, hips up, shoulders up, arms up. Exhale, hips down, hands down. Inhale, hips up, shoulders up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, coming down to sitting. Right, I'm going to scoot forward because I'm a bit more in the middle again. Right. So now we're going to do a twist pose, not as scary as it sounds. Right, so. Right. Bring your left, okay, both feet onto the mat. I'm trying to work out the simplest way to explain this because everyone always gets a bit confused with lefts and rights. So I'm trying to work out the simplest way to explain. Okay, both feet onto the floor. Tuck your left foot underneath your right foot by the bottom. Okay? Now for some people this may be enough. Okay, you may be like, I can't do anything more than this, I'm already like awkward. Okay? If you can reach the right foot over the left. Okay, so I'll turn around so you can see what that looks like from here. Okay? You may be there. Or you may have the foot here, okay? It's not of vital significance which one you do. They're both part of the pose, okay? Right, so then you're going to inhale with your left arm and place the hand either on the knee or the elbow on the knee, depending on where you've got to. Okay, so to go back in a few places. The most accessible version of the pose is your left foot under your right leg and then holding the knee and twisting round. Okay, the next level would be foot over knee, holding the knee, twisting round. And the final level, depending if you're more bendy, is the elbow on the outside of the knee and looking over your right shoulder. Okay, inhale, extending through the top of your head, having a nice long spine. Exhale, twisting over your right shoulder. Breathe. Inhale back to the middle, swapping out the legs. Right, feet now planted on the floor again. Right foot under the left leg. Okay, so again, the most accessible version in right hand, left knee, twisting round. Okay, if that's enough for you, marvellous, you stop there and do that one. If you'd like to do some more, you can reach the left foot over on the top of the right knee. And again, you can hold a hand on the knee and twist round over your left shoulder. Or final version, again, these people are not the best people, they are the most flexible people. Flexible does not equal better than anybody else. If you're thinking, you're not very flexible, I'm not very flexible, it's okay. I'm more flexible than I used to be, because I do yoga. But I'm not one of those naturally people who can just drop back from standing into whatever. I'll put my feet behind my head. It's okay. That doesn't make you happy, by the way, as far as I'm aware. So inhale, sitting up to the top of your head. Exhale, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, coming forward. Right. So now you're going to find a book or a blog. Book is fine. To be honest, it could be a DVD. Or possibly an iPad. Something rectangular and hardish. Okay? No judgment here, don't mind what you use. I haven't had a blog. Could use my husband's toolkit, which is also over there as well, if that was all I had to my mind. Right, so now I'm going to lie down. I'm afraid not for sleeping just yet. Okay, so I have my block or your book above your head. So your legs are rolling towards each other and pointing away. Now we're going to try and bring your lower back towards the floor. So you can see mine now is arching away from the floor. Can you see my hand poking underneath? No. Okay, so drawing it back towards the floor. So inhaling up, exhale, drawing that down. So I'm trying to keep the tummy towards the floor as I bring my block, book, whatever, towards your tummy. Inhaling up, exhale, drawing it towards the floor. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay, now bend your knees, point your feet towards the ceiling. So most people here will have a lower back nice and snug against the floor. Okay? And then if you bring your feet away from you, trying really hard to keep your lower back to the floor, there will come a point when you can't do it anymore. So down here, yeah, my lower back starts to arch away. So I'm kind of here-ish. Okay, so find a point at which your lower back can still touch the floor. So inhaling, exhale towards your legs. Inhale, arms up, exhale towards your legs. Inhaling, arms up, exhale towards your legs. Inhaling, arms up, exhale towards your legs. Inhale, exhale. Bending the knees, dropping your block / book / toolbox, and then you can rotate your knees. Okay, then you're going to roll over onto your tummy. Ugh. Elegantly done, I'm sure you'll agree. Ah dear. Okay, and we're going to do bow, but on one side at a time. Okay, so this is similar to dancer pose that we did when you're standing up. So you're lying flat on your tummy, you're reaching out with your left hand. Your right hand is going behind you to take hold of your right ankle. And you're stretching out the front of that right leg. Okay? You can feel the stretch. You kick into the foot. Your head can be down. I find full bow pose can make me feel a bit ill sometimes. Yeah, some people love it. Each to his own. And then relaxing down. Just because a pose isn't your favourite doesn't mean they shouldn't do it, however. Because that leads to an imbalanced practice. So swapping over to the other side and reaching forward with your right hand and left hip pushing into the floor. And then bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. Okay, so your hands underneath your shoulders. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Those are elbows. Right. This is Sphinx pose. We're thinking about the openness of the chest, looking out towards whatever's on that side of your room. Mine's windowed. Exhale, drawing the tummy towards your spine. Inhale. Exhale, drawing tummy towards spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale, drawing your tummy towards you and back. Okay. Stretching the arms out in front of you again. I'm going to try a bit of swimming. Any of you who are actual proper swimmers will laugh at me, and that's okay. I can take it. Alright, so you're going to lift your right hand and your left foot. Exhale. Left hand and right foot. And down. Right hand and left. And down. I realise this is not proper swimming. But anyway. Left arm and right leg. And down. Right arm. And down. Left arm. And down. Right arm, left leg. And down. Left arm. And down. Okay. Turning yourself onto your bottom. Okay. Bringing your hands under your shoulders, planting your feet firmly into the mat. Inhale, lifting your hips up to tabletop. You can play with the arm position once you're up here. So some people like dropping their head back, other people prefer looking at their knees. It depends on your neck really. Trying to press down firmly through the feet. I call this cake on a plate when you're pregnant, because it does cake on a table. It looks kind of cool when you're pregnant. Anyway. And then exhale down. Inhaling up. And exhale down. Then placing the right foot on top of your left knee. Flexing the foot. And then pushing up again. You may find a stretch in the right hip. Depending on your body. It doesn't matter how far up you get again. We're all working within the range of movement that works for your body. So, don't want that. Exhale, coming down. Planting the right foot into the mat, left foot comes up onto the right knee, flexing the foot, inhale, lifting up, looking up to the ceiling. Exhale, coming back down. Okay, drawing the soles of your feet together. If you find that you're sitting like way up here and really uncomfortable, this is kind of the classic I have tight hips position in this one. The knees are up here and around in the spine and you really can't sit. Then again, find your stack of coffee table books that you never read. And we are guilty of those also. Okay, sitting up. See, now you can sit. So soles of your feet together, sitting up tall, pressing the soles of the feet together, in and exhale. Again, don't worry about how far you can get. You may be still up here thinking, can't do anything else. That's okay. Okay, you're walking forward with your fingers. So you're going to try and breathe in that through your nose. Walking the hands back towards your feet. Bringing your right leg out to the side, bring your left foot in by the inner thigh. Inhale, reaching up with your arms, turning your torso towards your right leg, and exhale, stretching out the back of your leg. Again, being kind to your stretches. Trying to your body, if you're not trying to, if you're wanting to cry in a stretch, you've gone a bit far, basically. Inhaling, going up. Exhale, swapping sides. Inhaling, up. Exhale. Taking your gaze towards your toes. Technically this is head to knee pose, but I don't really see how you're supposed to have your head to your knee and look at the toes. It's going to be awkward. So let's look at the toes. Most people can't get their head to the knee anyway. Breathe. And then inhaling, coming back up. Taking yourself off your block. You're going to come and lie down on your back. Knees in towards the chest. Stretch out your right leg and then take your right hand onto your left knee and drop it over the top of you. You're aiming for both shoulders to remain on the mat. Your left knee may or may not get anywhere near the floor. It doesn't really matter. Most people, I would say, is probably not on the floor. Okay? You're feeling a stretch across the top of your hips. Inhale back to the middle, both knees in, stretching out your left leg, bringing the right leg over the top. Again, trying to make sure that both shoulders stay on the mat. It doesn't matter if your right knee doesn't reach the mat, that doesn't matter. It matters more, it's about a twist really, that's what you're trying to do. Have a nice twist down the side of the body and a bit of space in the chest. To undo some of the postural damage we do by gazing at our phones, working at desks, all those other things. And then bring both knees back into the chest. Okay, reaching your hands around and trying to see if you can take hold of your feet. This is a happy baby pose. If your feet are miles away and you think, not a chance, you've probably got long legs. So then you can take hold of your ankles or shins and gradually try and bring the knees back towards the floor, okay? I can accept that you could be up here, that's okay. All variations on bodies, okay? And then sliding out the legs in front of you, bringing your weight onto your elbows. I always say this in my classes, it's like you're watching telly in bed. I'm aware this is not a particularly yogic reference, but I honestly can't think of a better way of explaining it. Perhaps you're lying on the beach looking at the sunset, does that sound a bit more yogic? Anyway, So you're bringing your hands by your waist and your weight is on the elbows, okay? Legs are rolling in towards each other, toes are pointing away. Inhale, lifting the chest. Now for some people this may be enough. You may look at your toes, you may want to drop your head back. Some people can shuffle their hands so they're underneath the bottom and then roll the head back so the crown's on the floor. Some other people, when they try and do this, end up massively sinking through the shoulder. I'm doing a demonstration of the sinking through the shoulder thing, which is not the point. So I'd rather that you were up here with a lovely lifted chest and that you were looking towards your toes than that you were down here all sunken and awkward, okay? So find a way that you can have the lift in your chest, which is what we're trying to do. Lift and open the chest. Be kind to our shoulders. And then exhale, coming back down again. Stretching the right arm, both arms up. We're going to stretch the right arm over and you're going to feel a stretch across the top of the shoulder. So, you can't really see that. I'm doing this lying down basically. So I'm using my left forearm to stretch my arm out over the shoulder. And then the opposite side. Okay, so now you are lying flat. I'm not going to lie totally flat because, oh no, I could do that too. That could be nice. I'll lie down too. Alright, so everyone's lying down. Marvellous. Okay, so your feet are dropping open to the side. Your palms up to the ceiling. Your neck is nice and long. If you have just done yoga in a coldish room, you may wish to pop a jumper on or something, because you're going to do a couple of minutes of relaxing, and I cool down very quickly and get cold, but I have wonderful heating, so I won't get cold, but you might. So finding a jumper if that's what you need. Okay. This is Savasana. This is an important part of yoga. Some people are like, I don't have to do the lying down bit. Yes, you do. It's brilliant. Kind of really settles you back into. You don't go out going all like jiggity. You go out going blissed out, like strong. You worked hard, but you're like, calm. So we all need more calm in our lives, I think. So you can let go of your Ujjayi breath if you've been doing it throughout. You're going to inhale, take a deep breath. And exhale, a big sigh. Another one. Inhale up. And exhale. I'm going to try tensing the legs, tensing the arms, tensing the whole body, tensing the face, big grimace, but then relaxing the body. One bit more tense, tensing all the muscles, feet, hands, face, and relax. Becoming aware of the muscles in your face. Relaxing around the eyes, relaxing around the mouth, relaxing around the jaw and the neck, relaxing the back of your head and the top of your head, relaxing the muscles in the back of your neck, the back of your shoulders, the back of your arms, all the way down to your hands. The whole of your arms feeling heavy and relaxed. Relaxing the whole of your back in contact with the floor and your lower back arching away from the floor. Relaxing the hips and the muscles of the pelvis. Allowing the pelvis to sink heavily into the floor. Relaxing the thigh muscles, strong, capable muscles. Relaxing your shins and calves. Relaxing your feet and toes. Allowing the feet to drop sideways and open. All of the legs sinking heavily into the floor. Allowing the whole of the abdomen to relax and noticing the abdomen rising and falling with each breath. Not seeking to control your breath at this point, just noticing the natural rhythm of the rise and fall of your breath. Noticing the rising and falling of your ribs and the movement that goes all the way up to your collarbone. Noticing the breath in your nose the sensations on the way in and on the way out. If your mind starts to wander into daily life, just try and bring it back to the consciousness of where you are now, and the feeling in your body now, the sound of your breath now. And allow your body a few moments peace in the day. When you're ready, and beginning now to move your fingers and toes. Stretching out arms above your head. And then gradually you bend your knees, roll over onto your right hand side. And then push up to sitting using your hands. Coming back to your seated position. Bring your hands to your chest. Noticing with your thumbs on your heart space and your breath on your fingertips. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.